The finish in Emmen is beside a shopping center. A large crowd is gathered in anticipation of the first arrivals. And there they are. The top contenders in Category 1. Start number 1, Erwin Hungerbühler at the controls of Helios, who placed second in last year's World Championship. He's followed by number 11 Solaris with pilot Stefan Brecker and his teammate Axel Krause, driving number 12. Both Solaris cars are destined to give tough competition to last year's world champion from the Biel Engineering School, piloted by Paul Ballmer. He places first today with an average speed of over 60 kilometers, 40 miles per hour, about what a normal car might do on winding roads through villages and towns. This elegant racer, sponsored by Panasonic and driven by Willi Stöckli, will also give the others a run for their money. This car is a German high school's project, a leader in Category 2. This rolling chocolate bar is Kuhn Weiser Gnomon, today's winner in Category 2. The diversity of solar vehicles arriving at the finish line is one of the charms of this most unusual rally. Whether solar motorcycle or sun-powered bus, it's all in aid of clean energy and a pollution-free future. Arrivals continue throughout the afternoon, even after race officials get impatient and begin to take down the banners at the finish. The important thing is to make it in before 10 to avoid disqualification. What it looks like, now that's it. But wait, here comes the lone American, James Warden from MIT, who appears to have had some trouble en route.
As we were driving along, one of the gears in our transmission fused onto the shaft and caused a short in the motor and a small fire. So to repair this, we had to stop, take out the transmission, completely disassemble the transmission, press off the fused gear, reassemble the transmission, and then jerry-rig the electricity back through the burnt-out motor in order to sort of limp home and arrive in time not to be disqualified.
Tuesday, June 30th. Today the rally runs for a scant 51 kilometers, 31 miles to Switzerland's metropolis, Zurich. The fine weather we've had for the last few days is holding out, and Tour de Solars are able to spend the morning letting their panels soak up sunshine to top up batteries depleted by yesterday's long run from Biel. Finally, it's start time, and the drivers wait in their cars for the flag to bid them on their way to Zurich. 88 vehicles are still in the race. Daredevil Mark Surer, a professional racing driver, is the crowd's favorite but not the race officials. For passing maneuvers like this, he will be penalized by 10 minutes today. One of the hottest days of a misbegotten summer, overheated motors become a problem. For pedal cars with depleted batteries, the hot weather means hot work. On the open highway, the racing cars can reach speeds which leave no doubt about the effectiveness of solar power. Tour de Sol is rapidly becoming too fast and too dangerous for open roads. From the cockpit of the Panasonic car, the picturesque villages of central Switzerland are only a passing blur. Tour de Sol has rapidly become a big event in Switzerland, attracting enthusiastic crowds at every street corner and crossroads. At the finish line, it's Axel Krause in the lead, followed by a whole group of the fastest Sun cars in all categories. Marcel Friedrich is still the Category 2 leader, Mark Surer second in Category 4. While the fastest cars are already soaking up the sun in preparation for the following day, some contestants are still struggling up the long hill a few kilometers from the finish line. In this case, it's hard to say if the solar panels are a help or a hindrance. Anyway, for this solar bicyclist, it appears that simply finishing the rally is the thing. Winning is out of the question. Therefore, there's time for a pause that refreshes before the last leg into town. Intense sunshine may be food and drink for a solar cell, but when people have to resort to pushing their contraptions, an instant shower is a welcome relief. One wonders how this driver is going to make it up the side of the mountain to Arosa. At the Tour de Sol Park in Zurich, one of the biggest parties of the rally is already in progress. In the withering heat, the sky is decorated by a profusion of hot air balloons. Our solar park is a pretty intriguing picture from a balloon's point of view. People in solar cells have different reasons for sunbathing, but the point is the same: life-giving energy. Still, welcome shade and cool refreshments are the order of the day. An exhibition of solar gadgets gives apt demonstration of the sun's power to heat or to cool, and also just for fun. While the contestants and the public are enjoying their day in the sun, the tour organization is operating at full tilt. Tour de Sol places increasing emphasis on getting its message to the press. This mobile press center follows the tour to provide up-to-date information to local and foreign journalists. Inside, the info bus is stuffed with computer and communications equipment and daily feeds news services and electronic media with material about the tour. Within Switzerland, interest in the Tour de Sol is very high. Every news magazine and newspaper is full of stories about the Sunshine Rally, and the National Television and Radio Service is giving it star billing. Each evening, Swiss television keeps viewers up to date with the day's events. By now, Axel Krause is developing into a national hero. They've begun calling him the Sunny Boy. Outside the info bus, a collection of newspaper articles. Radio 24, a local private station, has set up a mobile studio in the festival tent where, in between pop songs, all of Zurich is hearing about the Tour de Sol. Schweizer Illustrierte, a weekly illustrated magazine, has been behind the Tour de Sol right from the beginning. There's entertainment at each stage of the Tour de Sol, but none other to match the lineup in Zurich. It begins in the afternoon with comedy and live music in the festival tent. Later, the house is packed for an evening with some of Switzerland's top rockers. The headliner is Polo Hofer and his band, currently very popular in the German-speaking part of Switzerland. They're one of the few bands to sing in Swiss German, which is very much different from the standard German spoken north of the border. Hofer's Springsteen-style mainstream rock and roll is a great crowd pleaser, and the festivities will carry on into the wee hours. The quality of the entertainment at Tour de Sol's Zurich base point is indicative of how much the event has grown in 3 short years. In 1985, the tour was a minor curiosity for the general public. For champions of alternative energy, Tour de Sol was an insider event, mainly for hobbyists and alternative energy freaks. Now the Sunshine Rally is all these things and more. For Switzerland, it has become one of the big events of the early summer season. And solar racing is becoming a worldwide event. This year, a solar rally was held in France. And a very different solar rally is being staged for the first time in Australia. Perhaps it's only a fantasy, but many of the dreamers soaking in the music here tonight, or more likely out in their sleeping bags trying to sleep, would like to foresee a day when solar racing, like solar automobiling in general, will make smoking engines and roaring motors a thing of the past.